Hey, how you doing, Sagittarius? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be another reading in your star sign. So let's get into this. Don't forget to check out other star signs in your birth chart just to see where you can get more clarity and more information to help you out on your journeys. So let's see what's going on with Sagittarius. So it says Sagittarius realized there's karma, but it says karma's not coming to you directly. As a Scorpio wants to manipulate things a little bit, it says it's not going to be easy to clarify what's going to happen in the next week. But it says you do know you're working too hard to get me. I'm warning you, I don't want to speak to you. It says someone here wants dirt on someone so badly that they're wishing your help would be the answer. But it says they don't know which way to go with the situation. So they're wondering, can it be flipped or turned around in some way? Or maybe even try to see where it's going wrong or going right. They just want to know that someone needs to get their comments for everything that they've been through. However, it says it's not going to be easy for Scorpio to deliver that energy directly from God to their lifespan until God decides to dish it out. And it says Scorpio knows this anyway. But it says evil Scorpio's energy is not going to touch Saturn's energy, which is next door to you. Sagittarius knows that Capricorn is not going to get involved. However, it says Capricorn keeps bullying them or passing on bad news towards their star sign or giving them bad hope, bad dreams, bad wishes, bad information, bad spells, bad everything. And it says they don't know when this situation is going to end, but they want karma to come to the source. However, it says the source energy is not just Capricorn, it's Aquarius. So Aquarius needs to back off and leave Scorpio's energy alone, or else trial and error could be used through your star sign to get them. So Sagittarius, you're being used as a vessel right now to whoop Scorpio's ass or to whoop Aquarius's ass. And it says no one needs to whoop anybody's ass. I am God. And this is where God comes in and wants to see you in a hell zone with Scorpio, because you, as Saturn returns back into your star sign on Tuesday or Wednesday, as Scorpio's energy will feel the same reasons why they're getting bad news too. They don't know how to change the outcome with the bad news that they keep getting. So they want to know that they can pick on your mindset a little bit to see how they can get that information. However, it's not in your star sign, so they're not looking forward to using your energy much. They will be getting the information through Taurus, but Taurus doesn't want to give up that energy until next week. So you will have to be the collateral damage, or precisely given another opportunity to help Scorpio with evil information that you can gather on Capricorn, and even information that you've sold yourself to and given to them, because they don't want to know that you fall short of victim mentality, seeing you in their mindset or even in their dreams. At times they're wondering, why do you pick on them and bully them? So it says with that energy, you just need to wonder why you're even in their mindset right now, because you keep coming in their mind. And talking of this, it says, do you know the energy could backfire on Scorpio if they're not careful? Because they don't even want to know that you're bothered or even in a bad mood at times, because you do lash out in a way that you could backfire things. They don't want to see things in that way though. They realize that you have put them through a lot of jip in the past or problems that could give them bad news. And it doesn't say that it's going to get any easier either. So with Scorpio, they want to see that you've given yourself too much time to move on, or giving your life to Christ or God, or even pray for the demons to go away by using Allah or whatever it is that you know that you deem necessary to cleanse your soul through Christ or through God. Because it says Allah's energy is also in Christ as well. Okay, even as a fellow Muslim, for some of the Scorpios or other people in other realms, Scorpio does talk to or invites their mind into, they realize that they are being challenged by your energy and by Allah's energy at times too, through Shaitan energy as well, because Shaitan is also a ruler of God's energy, which is even in Capricorn. So Shaitan's energy could be the ruler in Capricorn, which is now an energy that you could relate to in English as Satan. But it says Satan is not the ruler of your mindset, more so of the planet Earth, but not really in a way too, because you see with Satan, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to rule the Earth always. It could rule certain realms, certain airways, certain avenues, certain Milky Ways, certain places on the spiritual term, the earth would not want to know that it's going to go. However, it says it's in the galaxies, it's in the CERN energy, it's in the portals, it's open to you all to see what's going on. So when CERN keeps picking on Scorpio's energy, it doesn't necessarily want to know that it's going to, but it has to have a way past things. So it does bother Scorpio a lot, and it bothers everybody right now in their way. And it doesn't want to know that it's going to bother Scorpio any more than it has to. So with Scorpio, it does say Scorpio wants to know that it moves on from you, or even from the mindset of Leos, Virgos, Tauruses at times. Not all the time, because even Taurus knows that Taurus needs to be there for them, and they know that Taurus is going to be there. But it says with Taurus, they don't want to see bad news. So they've got to move past it in Taurus, move past it in June, November, October, and December. And then they will move past it again in October, but you all will have to help them to move past it with your energy. And it says even in physical, you might have to help them move past it at times. So be prepared to help them move past things, because you may not be stubborn at times, but you can be very, very rude at times towards them, or stubborn when you want to be towards them, or sometimes very nice towards them too. So Scorpio's energy is here to help everybody right now to move past the CERN energy that's happening on the media, in the news, everywhere online, where you can see things are happening right now in space. And karma comes to whoever doesn't understand, because this thing is going to get even worse in the next week or two. However, you've got to understand blessings could come in your life. Things will happen to you on a way of spiritual understanding, and things will change your mindset overall for you to see vexation energy not happening more in your life. You'll get past things, you'll move past energies, you'll see victim mentality, you'll see blessings, you will not see problems, and you'll see very, very good news in the next week. So don't worry, as a Scorpio energy trying to help you past things, Sagittarius, you will see that Scorpio is not going to leave your mind wandering long to be in the mindset that you wouldn't mind it being in, which is a problem anyway, because right now your mind is saying problem, 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 and it's giving you problems in a way that you want to challenge the energies. You want to see problems so that you can deal with them, but it says it's not healthy for you, so stop trying to manifest problems. You are also in panic attack mode, and you're probably giving bad news to Scorpio's energy, which is your neighbor star sign. Okay, so your neighbor star sign doesn't want to hear that you've got problems. Now, you don't have to hear that you're going to give them problems either, but you could be giving them problems right now. And it says, even in your mind, you don't mean to be mad about them, because you gave enough to Libra's energy and Leo's energy, and sometimes even Virgo's energy about them, but you didn't need to get involved. You were certainly not a part of that life. Or maybe you just needed to back off a little bit and not go so deep and so far in the problem. Because you're now warned about things that you've said or done to them, you should have moved on and passed away from the mindset about it. You should have let go of things. You should have ended things. You should have tried to challenge your head away from things, but you didn't do that. So now people are going to look at you like, what the hell is going on with Scorpio? How is it that you've made them feel so down and depressed, or you've participated in things that you knew you was going to do to harm them? And it says, you know, Scorpio is weak to you. That's why you try to bully them or manipulate them. But it says now your karma's coming from the Scorpio's mental health back to you, because it says Scorpio doesn't want to know that they're evil to you. They're not really going to pass you down the long road or the high road or the hard road, really. But they're going to pass you to God to deal with the situation. And God's wrath is ready to deal with you there. But it says God's not really that ready to get you yet. So watch out for what happens when it happens, because God is not going to punish you directly in the mindset, in the way that you think. They will eat you alive slowly, or want to see that things happen to you over time. Now, it says you're going to get these things in the next week or two and noticing what's going on. However, it says you will have to transgress your sins. You've been hiding things about yourself. In the month of May, you never wanted to use Scorpio's energy to pick on it, but you did. And you picked on it last year, May, is what we're trying to say as spiritual guides coming into your reading, is what the spiritual guides want to say to you. Now, as for Scorpio native energy, it says you've got to participate in things that don't need to come into your mindset, but they're going to be there for a long time to come, Sagittarius, because these things have got to pass into your mind in a way that you've got cards to read for yourself if you don't want to read online, because you don't trust everybody's elements and everybody's situation, or you just not trusting the readings that's going on right now. So you're trying to look at things yourself. Okay, but it says if you don't, then you will get good news with your mind and bad news, as cornucopia energy is coming into existence in the mindset to help you move past things with the demonic realms that are opening through the sun energy. Again, it says this has to be passed around through all the star signs, especially in the native star sign of Scorpios, to help us understand why we have to open up. Now, it's not going to be easy, but Scorpio is tired of hearing this, and many people could be tired of hearing that in their star sign as well. Now, it says it's not going to be easy to punish people because Scorpio believes that it could be Capricorn's energy, but it is their energy as well as the universal energy that's bringing it to their existence. However, Scorpios is not going to be the ones to play with. It says now cornucopia energy is going to bother Sagittarius's energy a lot more than usual, and you may not wonder why it is. So you might think it's something great when it comes, or when you hear it and you have to look it up, like, what the hell is that I'm hearing, or why am I feeling this energy, or why am I hearing so much blessings are coming? And it's not really coming. It's a lie. It says it might warn you that you've got blessings, but you're not really getting them in the way that you feel like you're getting them. So things have to transgress in a different way. And if you want property, just remember you worked hard to get it. It didn't come to you through a friend or a family member that's just going to pass it down this year. It says not this year, maybe next year, but not this year. So if you feel like cornucopia helped it, if you hear the word, that's for those that are sensitive to clairvoyant energy. It's not that energy that's helping you with these manifestations. You have to be careful of that word right now, as portals are opening with demons and dragons and all kind of different bloodlines through energies of CERN that are going to be attacking people on the earth soon. And it doesn't say it's going to be easy to do this, but we're going to have to block energy fields from coming into existence as well through the spiritual angel realms that are opening up to help people pass problems. Okay, but people don't understand why they've been seeing lots of things these days, including ghosts, spirits, flying elements, or even things going on in the world that they can't explain. Maybe even seeing lines, wiggles, squiggly things, you know, maybe even seeing like you've charmed into certain energies online and you saw something walking across the screen, because some people are seeing certain things that are going on and it's crazy. Okay, whether they capture it on camera or not, like, don't just think it's AI, because it's not. Like, some people are seeing some weird things, but there is some things going on for you to understand as a Scorpio native to your star sign, because you do believe in Scorpio's energy a lot, which is why they had to call it native to your star sign. It says you don't have to go into details about things that you don't want to. As an Aquarius energy coming in the next warring day, or maybe in the next 2 days, because they're trying to fight it right now. They don't even want to come to you, but they could come to you bothering you about things that they want to know or hear, and it's not your room or your place to talk about these things. They may not even want to challenge you too much, but they feel like you'll have the philosophy or the idea or even information to clarify what's going on for them, to see further into things down the road or down the line, because they believe in you a lot as a Sagittarius philosopher. You know, your philosophy is something they believe in a lot. They don't believe the Scorpio, but they believe you. And it says your energy is not going to be easy to tell them anything, because you don't even believe half the things that's coming up in the universe yourself. Because Scorpio has to tell you, and if you can't believe Scorpio, then you're not going to understand nothing, because Scorpio is the source or the answer for it all to come out, and trust in the situation is certain energy, which is using Scorpio as a vessel right now to transgress all these problems into the universe, or even open up ways to communicate with these people through dead, through spirits, through ghosts, through goblins, and it's coming through Scorpio onto the planet. And it's not Scorpio, so don't beat them up, don't treat them bad, don't look at them like negative, but they are used by the portals, by the universe, and by God ordaining them to be able to cope with this energy, to open up portals with these certain energies to transport demons and dragons into the world. And it says there's a reason behind all of this, but we're not ready to hear the clarification yet. It says it has to happen in a way that karma comes, because we don't know why it's happening and it affects us really badly, but we will move past it in a year or two in a way that we can understand more about it. So try to warn yourself if you hear that word again. Just to remind you, cornucopia, don't believe in it. If you hear it in your mindset, if it keeps coming up, or if you've seen it in any way where like it's trying to warn you, cornucopia is coming. Like there could be signs, symbols, or things coming up in your vocabulary, or even someone trying to give you like a word of the day and it happens to be CERN. You know, you can believe in the word CERN, but don't word your mind around the word cornucopia or even too much the ideas that there's blessings or winnings coming in, okay? Because it's all a scam, it's all a trick, okay? But just be careful around things, okay? So it says, when you realize that things could work out in your favor, try to warn yourself that you're going to have better news than some. So warn yourself, you're going to have better news than some. Don't warn yourself that you won't, because you will. And even next year, you're going to see things that will change in your mindset for whatever things will happen to you and around you, okay? So right now, give yourself good news, warn yourself that blessings are coming, and try to warn yourself that no one's going to pick on you and your mindset until next year, really, because sometimes things will turn around and start catching up with you because you've been a bad star sign to some people. Some enemies are there in their mind thinking, why did Sagittarius do that to me? Karma came to those people last week, last year, last month, last weekend, even for some of you, last winter time, last summertime, you know, maybe even in the January, February periods of this year, whenever it was, really. It says you all got to understand, nothing's set in stone, but things will come to you in a way that you have to see fit. So you can see fit however you want, but if you don't understand it fully, you still get good news, bad news, or karma, whether that's good or bad karma, okay? So when love life starts taking off in a way that you can clarify good news, make sure that you see it in a way that it's going to warn you that good news is coming, because at this time your love life is suffering. It doesn't say that Sagittarius's energy is that great type of love realm right now for anybody. It doesn't help anybody right now to have good love or love making skills or even love making sessions or any type of love. It's very warned to stay away from me. Don't kind of give me good news and then break up with me 10 years later, or you know, there's troubles there. You guys could be conflicting a little bit, having arguments, or seeing that you need to work some things out. There's troubles in the waters, okay? Some of you guys need to wait in that water for love to come back, okay? And see if someone can meet you in that water and bring you some love, honey, because the love there is toxic, okay? Or it's trying to warn you that something could happen in the next week or month that make you change your mind about why you even went there in the first place, why you even troubled a person's mindset. So it says everything else is going to work out for you in regards to your money, though. Your money's going to be on point. Your money's going to be very, very healthy and well. And you're not going to do bad in trying your hands at some business ventures as well. Maybe even seeing that there's some tropical adventures coming up for you overseas. You could go on holiday or maybe even see tropical outcomes with places that you've never been before, but they are very, very exotic. So you're into tropical things right now. Maybe even tropical teas, tropical juices, tropical menus, tropical things that make you feel like, oh la la, I feel like I'm in a tropical mood, you know? So you could be interested in tropical things, even spa treatments and daycares where you could go there and they're taking care of your mind and your spirit, but it feels very, you know, relaxing in a type of environment that feels quite tropical. Okay, so whatever it is, you could be going out and about with your friends, your family members, to pub crawls, going on places that you could see that you want to go on a pub crawl, or maybe go to different bars, different venues, different places where you can have lots of fun. And it says only for you, though, because not everybody wants that idea to happen to them, and they don't want to necessarily get involved in your mindset with it. You had only time to realize when it was going to happen, once or twice. However, you could do these things again and it could work out. No one's going to stop you, but you have to remember people don't want to always see you win, Sagittarius. So you're going to see bad news once in a while. Not all the time, though. So blessings could come to you for a little while, but not always or ongoing. Just try to warn yourself, if you do see good news, it's going to be a great gift for you to see it all the time. Not every single week, but all the time you'll see better news than some. Okay? Now, it says even when you didn't realize it, there could be a friend or a family member that doesn't want to come to you or speak to you. You'll have problems with this person for a long time. They realize they don't want to come to you because they're tired of speaking to you about things that they realize they are tired of speaking about you with, or speaking to you about. They feel like it's not going to be easy to trouble your minds about these things anymore, though, because you seem quite off or distant. In your mindset, you've been believing that you needed to take yourself away from them or push yourself away from them in some way, or just needing clarity on why you should even be around them. Okay, it says Scorpio's energy is there again with you, trying to push your mindset away from people that are nasty, but they will help you anyway with that in the mind of theirs and around you and with them, because they see that they had to push themselves away from people or even away from your energy at times too. But they will see that you're going to help yourself move past the energies, because they've been told that God is still open to their mindset being used in that way. And it can't be two individuals harming their legacy, their bloodline, or things that they're doing with those negative spirits or rituals or demons or anything going on around that. They feel like they need to protect theirs. Okay, so in the next month or so, people are going to warn themselves, don't come back to you all in a bad way. They want to know that they can come back in a good way. However, they don't know how to come back in a bad way. But it's like, don't warn you of this, that you're going to come back to the other person in a way that it's going to be good or bad. Because it's like they are riddling your mind right now with what they're doing, but they know what they're doing just fine. They said they don't want to come back to you in a good way or bad way. They don't want people to come back to you in a good way or bad way. And they don't want you to go to other people in a good way or bad way, because they feel like you need some time to solitude or take your time to even create peace in your mind. And they're going to also do that in a way that they're speaking through territory, or a way of like kind of seeing things will pass. Okay, but you're gonna see transgressions in a way that pass your mind off of things and ask for forgiveness. It says when the moon hits in Virgo on the next 2 months from now, there's a moon that's going to hit in Virgo, and it's going to make you really realize that you should have never gone there with them, people that you know are going to do bad to you, because these people are also understanding things on a spiritual level and don't want you to understand everything. So they will see things in a way that you could get clarity or not. However, it says you just don't need to hear it, Sag. And when you do hear it, don't get mad about it. Try to classify your mind around the situation where you feel like it could possibly make you feel like you're a winner. Now, when it does make you feel like you're a winner, don't feel like you have to have an oversized ego. These egos are going to bless you or curse you one day, because some people don't mind you having that ego, but some people want to know that you're cursed because your ego is way too high about things that you feel like you could get involved with or even have and to hold. No one wants to hear that you've got problems. However, it does say jealousy is rampant right now, especially around you. Not necessarily with you, but around you. And even with people that don't want to speak of it, they will speak of it to you. And it doesn't say that they're going to be good to you with the things that you know that you could challenge yourself with. Maybe even purchase and buy. Maybe even gift yourself. Maybe even see yourself as a lawyer, a doctor, or some type of pharmaceutical in the next week or so, because they know they have to give themselves time. Okay, but you will also see yourself in a realm that you've given yourself time to enemies or good people or bad people, because you're not going to give yourself time to see that they're all good or they're all bad. You just remember that you don't mind seeing them in that way sometimes. Okay, so with that being said, you have to realize that good news can come to you all the time, but not in a way that you're going to always see a blessing. So try to fix your mind around a situation where you've got better news overall. However, people do want to change your mindset about things, Sag, because not everybody is going to be on your side with things that you feel like could happen in the next week. Only because there's something coming up for you in your mind about it. Like you knew that you were going to do something and then you changed your mind. But you did change your mind about the situation. So it says, don't worry. You will change your mind and have better news if you want to. But don't expect everyone to be by your side or cheering you on because you changed your mind about it. So try and keep it to yourself. Whatever that thing is, try and keep it to yourself, because you'll know what it is when it comes about. There's things that you've been trying to do. You want to speak about it, but you don't. try and keep it to yourself. If you got that feeling inside you and it says, oh, I want to tell someone, but I'm not sure. No, just keep it to yourself. It's better that way. You've got a good news. And then allow your head to play a part in this. Do you feel that you've had good news with your love life this year? Or maybe even with your sex life? Is it got good news enough for you to build enough time and energy in your mornings or in your evenings or in your night times? And why do we ask that question as spiritual guides towards you is what they want to say to you. Because the spirit doesn't want to know that you don't have bad news sometimes. Because even them, they want to see that you have to warn yourself bad news is there. Because it's trying to warn you that it's going to be there for a long time. No one has to worry you about the situation. Just try and bring yourself to love, justice, peace in the next week. Karma will also be there, but it says if you bring yourself to love and justice in the next week, you're going to see amazing ventures out and about to help you. Because they don't want to know that you're not dealing with them. Okay? So that's about it really when it comes to that. Things are going to transform and change for you on a level of innocence. And maybe even more tarot reading jobs could come about in your mindset for some of you that want to look into that, because you might want to do some jobs of your own when it comes to tarot reading. Maybe even looking for people that need support or help. Maybe even teaching them some things. Maybe even showing them the ropes. However, it says not all of you are into tarot reading, so you will be working on your individual projects. Things that are coming to pass right now are people that need support with spiritual energy. So if you are a spiritual healer, you know, whether you do tarot cards for spiritual healing, or even seeing that you look into things with Reiki or even meditation, you know, it says karmic values are around these things, but not bad news. So give yourself good news with those things, especially tarot cards, because it says some of you need your own deck. Just to clarify things, because you've been wondering, who the hell can I trust? Who can I look at? And it says you'll only trust yourself until you can't. So you'll have to warn yourself to look at other things going on around you, including other readings that are on this channel or maybe on other people's channels, just to see what's going on around you. And if you can't understand what God is saying to you directly through spiritual energy, then you're going to have to leave it alone. Because no one's trying to harm you really, Sag. So you ain't got problems really. And even if you had problems, they would be ongoing or passionately given to you. Okay? So let's start giving ourselves some time to pray as well, because we need prayer. And it says that you need to pray in a way that you are dignified and worshipping God very, very smartly. So if you pray to the gods above and speak to them directly, you're going to see good news. Also giving yourself the mindset that you can believe in your prayers as well, and believe in every word that it says. And anything that you feel stuck on, try to warn yourself that you can bring God into the existence before time and ask God to give you clarity, or ask God to help you pray to God. Because even God will open up your mind and send angels to help you. Okay? That way you can clarify things. When you need spiritual assistance, God will send certain rituals your way to help God understand what it is that you want to manifest, what you want to bring about when you're stuck for words. Okay? So asking God for that assistance is necessary. Okay? The angels will come and help you, and your spiritual guides, your ancestors, will come and help you. Okay? And also looking at things from a side of beauty, and really, really good news when it comes to your beautiful hair, your shoes, your clothes, your jewels, anything like that. It says God wants you to know to dress up, look good, feel well, go out, enjoy yourself, and don't take things too heavy in your mind. Because you will see these things at times where you feel like, oh, I'm not pretty enough. Oh, I need new shoes. Oh, I need a makeover. Oh, I need a nice outfit. I'm going out and I can't seem to find one. Whatever it is, it says you've got to sort out your mindset right now with those things and get on board and stop worrying, stop procrastinating, stop insulting yourself with certain things that you feel like could come about if you're not good enough. Because the energies are saying you are brilliant. It's not saying anything else other than that. However, it says you've got to sneeze once or twice away from your problems, because it says even if you sneeze and it was by accident, or you just realize you ain't even got a cold but you're sneezing, it says those sneezes are spiritual attacks, or they're spiritual sneezes. They've got to come out your system, because people could be doing witchcraft on you, obia, or juju, or whatever it is, and they're trying to show you that it's working out in your favor, not to attach yourself to these beings. So I'm going to leave it there for now, Sag. I will speak to you next time. Ciao for now. Bye.